Welcome back to everyone. This week we're going to do something a little different. I've been under the weather, so I'm just going to go straight into our author interview. Today we have Miss Elle Stockton, who wrote Not for Polite Society and other short stories. I was amazed at the differences in these stories. I was horrified. I was just outstanding work. That's all I can really say. It's awesome. You need to read it. Um, be prepared though, because there are some tricky areas and some disturbing areas as well. Now, all of these short stories have been written on experiences that Miss Elle Stockton herself has been through. Can you imagine? Well, let's get straight to it. And now for our interview. Miss Elle Stockton, we are very pleased to have you with us today. We would like to ask you a few questions if you would indulge us.
It's definitely up to the individual. I decided in 5th grade that I was a writer and have considered myself one ever since.
So, at what point do you think someone should call themselves a writer?
The state of being stuck. Now, when that happens, I start a new scene, jump ahead to a new chapter in my work in progress. Eventually, the blockage works itself out.
What do the words writer's block mean to you?
To connect with potential readers, offering excerpts of my work. It's important to share the words of reviewers who have taken the time to read and review my works.
What advice would you give to a writer working on their very first book?
Unless the author is a graphics illustrator, consider hiring a professional cover designer.
What would you say to an author who wanted to design their own cover?
Get a great editor. It's well worth the money.
What do you need in your writing space to help you stay focused?
Plenty of quiet.
What's your favorite writing snack or drink?
A big drink that has some sugar-free lemonade, another fruit juice like organic blueberry or pomegranate, and a lot of water in a 32-ounce tumbler. That keeps me going until dinner time around 8 p.m.
When was the last time you Googled yourself and what did you find?
Well, a month ago, I was surprised to find someone had reviewed my new book on Google.
Have pets ever gotten in the way of your writing?
No, not at all. Pets do make fascinating subject material, especially my 2 dogs who are in the new book.
Have you ever killed off a character your readers absolutely loved?
No, those who got it had it coming.
How many books have you written and which one is your favorite?
I've written 3 books of short stories. Each one holds a special place in my heart.
What part of your books is the funnest to write?
I found the beginning and the end of each story in Not for Polite Society equally enjoyable to write.
What inspired your short stories?
Not for Polite Society, Behind Blank Eyes, and A Particular Taste It Begins were inspired to some degree by my own personal experience. In the first story, Bert is a composite of men I dated when I was single. The third story draws upon my experience as a domestic violence survivor. The last story, I sat in the truck and stared at my sister's leg after her accident. She went on to become a championship tennis player, and I'm a serious vegan.
How would you describe your book's ideal reader?
A reader with an open mind who enjoys people from all walks of life and appreciates having the opportunity to use their own imagination to fill in some of the details in the shorter stories.
What was your hardest scene to write, and why?
Ooh, that's a hard one. The scene in Behind Blank Eyes in the kitchen. Without giving too much away, a man should never lay hands on a woman, married or otherwise.
As a writer, what would you choose as your spirit animal?
The butterfly would be my spirit animal. It represents transformation and change, and it's colorful and fun to be around.
What is the trickiest thing about writing characters of the opposite gender?
No, it's not tricky for me. I write from experience with both men and women.
What do the words literary success mean to you? How do you picture it?
When I know I'm happy with what I've written and that I've given it my all.
If you didn't write for a living, what would you probably be doing?
I would be a full-time caregiver, which I do part-time now.
Who has been your biggest supporter of your writing?
My husband, Mark, who I call Maleko, he's very proud of my work, has contributed suggestions, editing, illustrations, and marketing consultation.
Tell us about your book.
Not for Polite Society and Other Short Stories offers 5 completely different tales: a transformative journey, a dark fantasy, a psychological drama, a romantic suspense, and an unconventional horror story. The unifying thread of second chances in these stories will keep the reader on edge until the last word. Exquisite torture that will make you hold your breath until you read the final sentence. Julia Review's Review. The title story, Not for Polite Society, has quite an olden days feel to it, with character interactions sometimes reminding me of those in The Great Gatsby, Tara Wiles. Haunting, surreal, intriguing, reminiscent of Twin Peaks, Dr. Robin Dorr.
Where can we find these delectable short stories?
My series, Fictional Tales on a Ride of Twists, Turns, and the Unexpected, has 3 books of short stories which may be purchased at Amazon. Their titles are Not for Polite Society and Other Short Stories, the award-winning Bourbon Street Nocturne and Other Short Stories, and Harvest Moon Wish and Other Short Stories. Autographed copies are available on my website at www.ellestockton.com. All 3 are available in paperback and on Kindle.
Alrighty, guys, that is all the time that I have for today and all the voice that I have left. So I will see you guys the next time and bring you the next part of our story. Remember, things had just taken a dark turn. Remember to go to our Patreon page and like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Send us a message. Let us know how we're doing. See you next time.